Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead and Random Things Live, number 4, Tuesday night edition. I am sorry that you guys did not get a live stream last night. I did do the comic reading in the afternoon, and sadly I had to reschedule, so hopefully we are live in full effect here tonight. Hopefully everybody's having a good time on your Tuesday evening, and we've got some interesting topics, and there will be more topics added to this. So this is just kind of like the top 5. I want you guys to sort of think about it a little bit, and then there'll be a couple other topics. So some of these were sent to me. We're going to talk a little bit about heroes and villains tonight. Big news this week is Eugene versus Josh. I know that's a hot point for a lot of people, but we are going to talk about some social media. You'll get my opinion. I'm going to weigh in on some things with Josh McDermott. Also, great sports debate. This is like a lot of sports stuff going on right now. You've got the NBA playoffs. You've got hockey going on. You've got baseball. A lot of crazy stuff happening with baseball. So we'll talk a little bit of sports. Would you eat that? And no, keep it clean, everybody. I don't want to hear a bunch of, yeah, Norman Reedus. No, this is going to be, we're going to keep it food related, and also big regrets. So not just the tattoo version of it. We're going to talk about some things that we might have done that possibly we regret doing, and then a few other things that we'll tag on with that. So this is going to be Random Things. Thanks to all of you guys for showing up. Appreciate all the people that are in here early and starting to fill the house up. And I tell you what, I will do a few shout-outs here. Just want to say what's up. If I'm coming through loud and clear, just throw a 999 up in chat. Just want to make sure we got a little sound check. Testing, 1, 2. It'd be a sound check. What if I did a little bit of Machine Gun Kelly? So nothing's that bad if it feels good. So you come back like I knew you would. And we're both wild. And the night's young, and you're my drug. Breathe you into my face, dumb. Drop it down to that bass drum. I got what you dream about. There it is. So I figured I would do a little song dedication, and I'm feeling pretty good tonight. Hopefully you guys are feeling good. No, I'm not talking politics. We ain't going to take it there. But I just wanted to get a little bit of the intro, a little bit of the rap intro in the first couple minutes, so you guys know it's going to be hot, heated craziness tonight. Absolute craziness. So who's in here? Emmy Bacon, Edna Tellis, Brendan. We got some Walking Dead news going to happen later on this week. But of course we are going to do a little bit of the random things. I want to just do a little bit more than Walking Dead this channel. This group means a lot to me, so just want to steer it in a little different direction every once in a while. All right, cool. Slap that like button. Slap it. Yeah, why? What? We got like 50, 60 people in here. And we got about 40 people that can't even hit a dang like button on a Tuesday night. Hurting me. What's up, Tobin? What's up, Angus? Survivors, Guardian. Got my mods in the house. Moody Girl, Drake. Michonne. What's up, Michonne Grimes? How's my day? My day is fantastic. I'm having a great day. I'd be having a better day if my friends over at Apple would have sold a few more phones this quarter, but, you know, it'll get better. That's right. There we go. Now we got some people hitting the like button. So let me set a few of the ground rules here. A couple people are new that I don't recognize. We will talk some Walking Dead. I'm going to read your comments, so if you don't want anything included in this video, I'm probably liable to say, Trev Heath 1973 says kills for president. I'm going to read your name sometimes. I'm going to read your comment. I'll come up with a topic here or there. You guys can definitely chime in, ask questions, and we'll talk about your topics. But we got a few things to sort of choose from, and then, you know, it'll kind of veer in whatever direction it takes off. Some of the topics will probably be short-lived. We won't get a lot of activity, and we'll just move on to the next one. That's the way it goes. What's up, Tyler Johnson? Rosie, how you doing? Rosie, I did that comic book reading for you yesterday. And for Alexandria Bates, and for and for a lot of people. There were a lot of people giving me grief about not doing comic book fans, or not doing comic book readings. What? A lot of comic book fans giving me grief about not reading a comic book. I think I wore out my my dialogue in the first 5 minutes. Now I'm struggling. Pounce the like button. Okay, I like that. Lindsay Luke says pounce the like button. That is Lindsay Luke. And Lindsay, were you a Night Elf Ranger? Is that what it was on your D&D expedition? What's up, Tayshawn? Yeah, I'll do a lot of shout outs a little bit later on. So let's get into a couple of topics and then I'll do some shout outs. Oh, Tyler's just went. Is that Foreigner? Survivor's Guard. Any tips for YouTube? Nope. No tips. I'm still trying to figure out the tips myself, brother. Just set up a live stream, get in, start talking about a bunch of random stuff, and invite a whole bunch of people. There you go. There's your tip for YouTube. Appreciate it, Eric. Oh, Half Elf Ranger. Did I say Night Elf? I think I went like World of Warcraft or something. I do like the Elf Ranger, though. If you got a bow, I'm down. Tommy, sweet ass McCandless in the house. Okay, all right. Let's start one of the topics. I'll just take it from. We'll skip around a little bit. You guys want drama to start it out? No, we'll skip it. We'll get to the drama in a little bit. Heroes and villains. A lot of people have been sending me kick suggestions and said, Kills, we need to talk about some random wacky matchups, like what if this person were matched up against this person? And it's always fun to sort of speculate. But we'll take it a step further, too, because a couple people wanted to know favorite villains. So we're going to talk villains. And I guess the first thing is, and I want you to go back through your earliest memories. When you think of villains, whether it's TV show or a movie, let's take Walking Dead out of the equation for a minute. Who is your most vivid villain that you remember from a TV show or anything along those lines? And I'll tell you one that I remember because it's also one of my favorite heroes actually came out of that. All right, so most vivid villain. Maybe you like them, maybe you don't like them. I'll call in a few people. I want to know, why it's your most vivid villain. Hey, what's up, everybody? I will catch up on a lot of shout-outs a little bit later. More toward the end. Skeletor. Okay. Oh, there you go. Skeletor. The Green Goblin. We got a lot of people are going with the Joker. Okay. Be more specific. Don't just give me the Joker. Give me like a comic book Joker, a cartoon Batman Joker, Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah, which Joker? Bismarck says Bane. Wait, Peace Dove, your favorite villain is Moody? No, Moody Girl's not a villain. Steph, it can be from anything. Vader. Few people with Bane. Skeletor from He-Man. But you got the power of Grayskull. Vader. Shocker. Who is Shocker? Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. The Undertaker. Tyler Johnson says, my favorite villain is Kills. All right, okay, we got Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah, he was great, wasn't he? The Source from Charmed. Hans Gruber. Oh, Tommy McCandless went Die Hard. Hans Gruber. Yippee-ki-yay. Melon Farmer. Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Governor. Heath Ledger's Joker. Yeah, a few people went with Heath Ledger's Joker. All right, let's throw this out. I mean, we'll see what you guys know. I'll see if anybody can get this right. Pick my favorite, maybe not my favorite villain. I don't know, pick the villain that I'm going to say. Let's see if anybody can guess it. Might have been something already suggested, may not. I don't think I've ever mentioned it. The only reason it's probably one of my most vivid, I can't even say it. I'm giving up. I'm going to turn off the microphone, throw my headset down. I'm done. I'm trying to say vivid villain because I don't want to say my favorite villain. Pick who you think my most vivid villain would be, and I'll tell you because it's one of my favorite heroes that is because of that. All right. Wow. We'll get this right sometime tonight. What's up, man? Few people are saying Joker. Gargamel from the Smurfs is a great, great freaking guess, but it's not. Not Shane Walsh. Ooh, Lex Luthor, Smallville. Alpha, Governor, Darth Vader. No, you guys won't get it. Because it's not a real... It's not a person you think of when you think of a villain. I guess it's a little bit unfair. What's up? Oh, okay, I won't call you Melanie anymore. So, Brendan. Hey, thank you. Brendan made an account so he doesn't have to log on his mom's account. And by the way, didn't someone tell me it's Teresa Brown's birthday? I haven't seen Teresa. But if she's not here and she watches a playback, happy birthday, Teresa. Venom. Oh. You know what? Wow. Hang on. You know what? I had somebody in mind, and somebody just mentioned Venom, and you might have actually made me change my mind. That's Master Indra. Venom is actually one of my favorite villains. So, all right, I'm going to go back to that. You completely blew my mind there. All right, well, I was going to say Johnny Ringo. So, does anybody know who Johnny Ringo is? You get bonus points if you know who Johnny Ringo is. And then, if you know who he is, then you can tell who one of my favorite heroes was. Somebody's going to get it. I'm going to guess Tommy Sweet-Ass McCandless is going to get it. Watch. He'll be the... A few people. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Look, okay, Lindsay, Michonne Grimes. All right, 2 people. There you go. No, it's not a man. I mean, 2 women were the first people. Kelly, G, 3 women. Like, none of the dudes know who this is, but all the women. That's so funny. There you go. Oh, I love it. Michonne Grimes. Perfect. You probably see in double, Lunger. Well, I have 2 guns, one for each of you. Exactly. That's Val Kilmer played Doc Holliday, and unbelievable character. So if you've not, growing up watching Tombstone, if you've not seen that movie, check it out. Why, Johnny Ringo. You look like you just saw a ghost. Amazing, amazing character. So, all right, well, that's mine. So I figured I would share that with everybody since, you guys are sharing some of your heroes and villains. And real quick, let's tag on one thing to it. Let me know your favorite villain. Not your most vivid. Let me know a villain that you actually liked. I guess it may be the same one. He was just a little too high-strung. I love when he's playing the piano. Okay, anyway, great movie. It was playing the other day, and that's why it kind of stuck in my head. However, I will tell you that Venom is probably my favorite. I just kind of got caught in between. I didn't think about that. What's up, man? What's going on? All right, so just as a tag on, could be the same thing. Laura Brown says Hannibal Lecter, very good villain, great, great. Negan, I think a lot of people's favorite villain is Negan. Michonne Grimes says Freddy Krueger, Joker, the Punisher. Punisher is good. Oh, very nice. All right, Sin Miller. She's going to Tombstone. Yeah, definitely get me some Doc Holliday merchandise. I'm your Huckleberry. All right, who else I see? Rick Grimes is my favorite villain. Okay, I could see if you're on Team Negan, he would be your villain. Carnage. Grimes Girl, same thing. Says Rick Grimes. He's a hero, but also a villain. Yeah, depending on the way you look at it. Mike Myers. Oh, definitely Halloween. What is the, we haven't asked this, but hey, we'll just tag on to the next thing. Favorite horror movies. We talk about villains, and I've heard Freddy and, gee, I'm going to have to think about this one. And I didn't put this up. This wasn't even a topic, but this is how it kind of relates. So let me know your favorite horror movies. I just want to get to know the audience a little bit more here. Can you guys tell I'm a psych major? I mean, it's like once we get a conversation, I just want to dig down and find out why is that your favorite? Why is it your favorite? I just keep asking questions. So favorite horror movie, and I kind of want to know, just kind of leave something in there, why it's your favorite horror movie. I want to know what, because some people get creeped out by them. They like horror movies, but if you hide around the corner and jump out and scare the crap out of somebody, they hate it. So it's like you want to get scared, but you don't want to get scared. Halloween, Friday the 13th. Which Halloween, Sin Miller? Like all of them? Cujo. Tyler Johnson went Cujo. Edna says Friday the 13th. Edna, any particular Friday the 13th? Exorcist freaked me out. I think The Exorcist freaked everyone out. Oh, the unrated version of The Exorcist and the crucifix and oh boy, that leaves some lasting impressions. I don't even know if you can still get that. Can you? Maybe. I don't even know if they'll allow you to watch that. Evil Dead, the original. Oh, Lindsay, Luke, you don't mean like Evil Dead 2? With Ash? You're going down, chainsaw. Evil Dead 2 was great. Final Destiny. Final Destinies were good. Did anybody appreciate Scream? Oh, there you go. Okay. Somebody said it. I thought Scream came out at a time when horror movies were sort of on the down and wasn't scary, but it was different. You guys are probably going to be like, Scream? Oh, come on, you're a wuss. Freaking Scream. I thought it was good. The original Evil Dead? Okay. All right, there's a few. Omen. Yeah, Omen was creepy. Dawn of the Dead. I mean, it's so, yeah, it's so neat to sort of reminisce on Salem's Lot, Amityville Horror. Well, I think a lot of these, obviously everybody didn't watch them when they came out, but, you did the, yeah, Lindsay, I agree. Scream was original. It was kind of, yeah, The Shining. And most of these, especially these older ones, people watched just like on a horror movie night. It's like they weren't around, but then, oh, let's just watch it. Carissa G says she loves Scream. Jaws. Yeah, I don't know. It was something about it, like it wasn't scary, but it was definitely, well, what's the term now for it? Jump scares type of thing. But yeah, it was just different. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I wouldn't explain, I wouldn't tell somebody it's the scariest movie that ever came out. But I just think it came in a period when there just wasn't a lot of horror. It wasn't a big deal. It sort of revamped it a little bit. Hellraiser. Cool. Good sampling of information. So, and if there's a topic that you guys, it's not a commercial break. The following statement is brought to you by Killshot. Hi everyone, this is Killshot. I would like to let you know about the random things. So if you guys, I won't do it in commercial form. If you guys want a topic on random things, send it to me at KILZHOT. Post it on the 999 Army page. Send me a message, leave it on my Facebook page, whatever the case may be. But if there's something that you want to talk about, a lot of times we will come up with a topic like we did here, and we'll have 3 or 4 other topics to just go and roll off of it. It's sort of our way to get together and talk about whatever is happening. So, yeah, keep it coming. Carrie was, who was in Carrie? Was John Travolta in Carrie? Somebody was. I don't know that I saw Carrie. I mean, I've seen the cover like multiple times. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Child's Play. Chucky. Wasn't there a movie called Fear No Evil or something like that? I don't know. I've probably seen so many just binged watch horror movies. So, how many of you have, yeah, I love that. Weird Walking Dead theories, that was probably one of the best lines. Moody, don't time him out. Don't time him out. He was quoting Chucky. It's okay. He even put the stars there. I like that. He knew. He knew already. If I type it out, Moody's going to be on me. Okay, it was. John Travolta was in it then. Speaking of John Travolta, these are not topics. Anybody have a favorite John Travolta movie? I know I'm stretching on this one. Now that we actually found out he was in Carrie. Oh, yeah, Hitchcock. Favorite John Travolta movies? Wasn't a topic. It's just this won't even be a long drawn out topic. It's just a curious question. Wait, House of Wax was Paris Hilton in that? Angus says Pulp Fiction. Lindsay is going with Grease. Face Off. Oh, Face Off's good. You guys better start typing Saturday Night Fever. If one person does not type Saturday Night Fever, I'm gonna lose my mind. Come on, Edna, you give me Urban Cowboy. There you go. Okay, Steve Huffman. Finally, Steve wins the award. Edna, you're gonna put Urban Cowboy above Saturday Night Fever? You're killing me. Rial's like, I'm just not a fan. I don't have one. Swordfish. Are these your favorite? Or are you just picking random John Travolta? Like, was he in something, was it Lords of Flatbush? Why is that name popping in my head? I don't know. Maybe I just did like a John Travolta binge watching session. If Pulp Fiction, Face Off, Grease. Yeah, I'm thinking there was a movie called Lords of Flatbush or something. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna pick on Edna anymore. If you like Urban Cowboy, stay with it. Go ahead. I'll give it to you. Over. She's like, yes. I'm not changing my mind. I'm staying with it. Yeah, I guess that's the question. Did people like Saturday Night Fever for John Travolta or for the Bee Gees music? Wait, who put John Travolta was not in Footloose. You're trolling me now, Joshua. Okay. So Sylvester Stallone was in So it was a whole bunch of people, but John Travolta was not in it. Because Stallone was in it with a bunch of young actors, I guess. So that's why I thought maybe. Look who's talking. Oh, good stuff. Everybody's quoting Chucky lines. Oh, here we go. We're not going to get through these topics. All right, because you just remind me of another topic. I got to pause a little bit because I don't want anybody to jump the gun there. All right, you can't Google anything. Hey, what's up, Michelle? Thanks for being here. All right, I'm going to put all of you guys on the spot. If you can pick one line from any movie, what's your favorite movie line? Type it in right now. Pick only one. Don't give me like 10 different lines and keep quoting, because I know some of you guys know every quote from every movie. I need you to only pick one. Your favorite movie line ever. That just kind of rings through your head. Hey, Teresa Brown, happy birthday. After we do this question, I guess we can sing happy birthday to you. It's not my job on your birthday. It's not my job on your birthday anymore. There's your birthday dedication. Happy birthday to you. So, we're moving on. Favorite line from any movie? I got to see it. And I'm going to read a few of them. Laura Brown says, I'll be back. Rial, we're going to need a bigger boat. So she went Jaws. Eric, I'm not your father. So we went a little Star Wars. Rosie, say hello to my little friend. Scarface, definitely great. Hail to the King, baby. Oh, he went Evil Dead. So I'm recognizing a lot of these, because obviously they're... Tyler Johnson, say what again? Any interaction in Pulp Fiction with Samuel L. Jackson was just awesome. From Aliens, Deidre Perkins says they mostly come out at night. Mostly. Rated Red, I'm going to kill you. Well, which line? That's probably from a lot of lines, Red. Here's Johnny. So, Shining. Oh, Brendan went, yippee-ki-yay, Melon Farmer. He went Die Hard on us. Michelle? Really? Michelle Yang. You cannot think of one line from one movie. But if it was a K-pop band, I bet you could recite all the lyrics from that. Come on, Michelle, play the game. Give me one lyric from one movie. Go Google it. Google your movie and just type a line. Just your favorite. There's No Place Like Home. Steve Huffman says, from Unforgiven, you just shot an unarmed man. Well, then he should have armed himself. Great line. Tommy McCandless, I can eat a peach for hours. You talking to me? That's Kathy Joe. It's funny. I figured we'd get some interesting lines. Wow, you know what, Michelle? I'm in the same situation because I'm reading all these comments. We need to get these snakes off this melon farming plane. Yeah, I guess, reading all your comments, I'll be your Huckleberry is great, obviously from Tombstone, as we talked about a little bit earlier. Oh, okay, I got one, though. My favorite line, probably from any movie, is from the movie Cocktail. And it was the bar scene. I won't say the exact words, but it was the coolest line ever, where Bonnie is the rich chick that Tom Cruise is trying to, Brian Flanagan is trying to score, and he's trying to pick her up at the bar, and she goes, do I have F me on my forehead? And he says, I can't see a thing without my contacts. Love it. My favorite line from any movie. I thought it was great. Probably not your favorite line, but just it was good stuff. Okay, let's see. I'm going to change topics. That'll probably get a reaction, I'm sure. If you haven't seen the movie Cocktail, go see it. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. There were actually some real good lines in Cocktail. I could probably give you like my favorite lines from that movie. I see America drinking the fabulous cocktails I make. America's getting stinking on something I stir or shake. E.T. phone home? No. Great Dane. Snakes? Why does it have to be? Yes. All right. Very, very good. So, wow, we've had like 5 topics. We're halfway through this, so we've had a lot of villains and a whole bunch of other things. Oh, very good. Michelle and Grimes. We could probably do cocktail lines where she says, I bet I can still spook you. Nope. Nope. Bet I can. Twins. I'm spooked. Michelle's like, you know what? Michelle's at work and she's like faking it. You're just you're an A employee. First of all, you're a loyal 999 Army person. I thank you, but your employer probably does not. She's like, hold on, I got to fake like I'm working, and then I'll come back, listen to the stream. Get out of my face. Grimes Girl says, by the way, I got my nails done and I got 999. You know what? I have not been to the 999 Army page, but I need to see that. If you have that on your nails and you post a picture on, you're going to get some type of prize. I don't know what it is, but and I know of people that have gotten some 999 ink. Not gonna say who those people are, but awesome stuff. All right, we're gonna transition. Hopefully, with those nails, you have no regrets or regrets. See, I could have these one-offs like every time. Like you guys are typing all these comments, and I'll see like a cocktail line or somebody that reminds me of something. And I just got to dig in and find out. Yeah, awesome stuff. All right, we're going to transition because otherwise we won't get through any of these other topics. Maybe this is a semi-serious topic. I'm not going to take the bait just yet. And I know it's not going to be a popular opinion. Let's talk about Eugene and let's talk about Josh McDermott. And the big news, obviously, death threats, turning off social media. And first of all, I love Josh McDermott as an actor. And nobody deserves that. But at the same time, I do have to say it is more not acceptable. It's happening more often. And I got to imagine it happened to Jeffrey Dean Morgan too. So is he being a little oversensitive about this? I didn't read all the comments, and this is why I'm going to ask. So don't shoot me down just yet and say, Kills, that's an insensitive thing to say. I'm just asking the question. So I want to preface that as well. But we know it's the character. We know that people are going to make comments and they're going to say things. If I get threats all the time, I got to be honest with you guys. I mean, even on here, on YouTube, I get threats. I don't take them super seriously, but it'd probably be easier for somebody to kill me than to kill him. I mean, he's got security and everything else around him, but I get the same. He's a great guy in real life, but to shut down your social media because there are people that maybe the threats can't be validated, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't fully taken the bait just yet. Jeffrey Dean Morgan got it because of his character. If you guys had any idea, I'm not going to go through and read them, but I've gotten my own level of hate. Even last year when we were talking about certain characters dying, you don't know how many KYS messages I got sent to me. Glenn's not going to die. Kills, go drink bleach. Kills, kill your, just over and over again. Social media, but I didn't shut down my social media. Tommy, I think I've gotten various threats, yes. But I'm not going to isolate myself from a situation. I think, the way you do it, you report it. I mean, if they're that serious, then stay with the social media, Josh. Keep doing your thing. Post the pictures. Take care of your fans. Be there for your fans. But to post something along the lines of, this is Josh, this is the character Eugene, this is Josh, I'm going to go, I'm going dark because I can't handle this anymore. I don't know. I mean, maybe it seems to me like there is something to bring attention to the matter, but it's still at the at the end of the day, it's still got to be addressed. And I think Sharon, that's the point. Sharon says it sucks. I miss him on Twitter. He cracked me up. It absolutely does. Kathy Joe, social media makes stupid people easier to see. But if all of us did that when we got a threat, we wouldn't be sitting here. If I stopped doing YouTube the first time somebody threatened me and made a comment, you guys have seen it here. I mean, we blocked people for coming in and just saying things. But if I, the next time somebody comes in and they make a comment and I say, you know what, guys, that person just made a comment, I'm quitting, I don't think that's the answer. So I respect Josh McDermott, but I don't agree with it. I don't agree to shut that down. Not at all. I think you bring more awareness to it. You highlight it. You report it if you think it's a serious threat. But then you gotta ignore it to a certain degree. You don't run from it. And stopping it, to me, is running from the problem. That's my feeling on it. And I think if we don't do these deep dives and think about it and talk about it a little bit more, we don't solve it. When I really started doing some of the Walking Dead theories last year, there were probably 500 people, and I might be conservative. There's probably 500 people out of subs that got blocked, just because of the amount of stupidity that was out there. And I figured at that point, it's easier for me to block them and move on. Now they would make other accounts and they would do the same thing, and they're still lurking. I mean, they're still around. I'll do a video every once in a while, like a Walking Dead Road to Survival, and I've done videos where I've spent a few $100s on things. And just some of the comments and some of the people that will come on and they'll dislike videos. It's their prerogative to dislike, but also when it gets personal, I don't have to allow it. And even to a degree where I think there was I'll leave it at that. I don't want to dig too far into it. So I'm going to read some of your comments. What's up, Lewis? So, and Stephanie says, Kills, you have class, you address and protect your... I do, but it doesn't... Steph, I don't think it would take away from the threat. I mean, if somebody seriously wanted to find you or wanted to do some type of harm, they're going to do what they're going to do. But there's just a lot of, it's just a lot of craziness out there. And you make the haters, you make the haters know, number one. Michelle, it's a good point. Funny how people, and I've said that. I've had people message me. And my comment back to them, maybe appropriately or inappropriately, is like, there's no way, would you walk in and say that to someone? And online has that, it gives some people that feeling of an invincibility, or I can say whatever I want, do whatever I want, and they wouldn't walk in a normal place to do it. So there is that level of protection. And I think with Josh McDermott, he knows that. He has to be smart enough to understand that because he's been on social media for a long time. But if it's serious and you're getting death threats, then there are people that can find out and hold those people accountable. Doesn't mean that you disassociate yourself from all the other people that want to be involved with you. And like I said, I think it is as much him doing it to bring attention to the matter. I just don't agree with the way he's going about bringing the attention to the matter. Like, hey everybody, I'm getting death threats and these are the people, and let's hold those people accountable, not let me just isolate myself from everybody. So that's a good question, Sebastian. Sebastian says, is he really missing out by shutting his social media down? No, I don't think he's missing out, but I think it's a different behavior. If he was interested in social media and is something that he feels is a resource and something he needs to do to keep his fans engaged, and then there's an action that causes him to shut it down, then yes, I do think he's missing out. If he's just tired of doing it and it was no gain to him, then yeah, you have a prerogative to do it. But I'll kind of go back to my point is, if every time I got my feelings hurt because of what someone said, or if someone made a personal threat to me, which they have, and I said, you know what, this is just, it's not worth it for me to do it anymore because it's unpopular, then there's a lot of people that would not even be having this discussion. So I knew it was going to be when we talked about it, but it was in the news, and I thought we should, we should touch on it. Yep, Great Dane. The trolls are winning if you shut down. So thank you, Lewis. Lewis is like, well, Killshot, I think your theories are awesome. I still have a video that we did last year that it's like 700,000 views, and I'm not taking it down because I did a lot of speculation videos last year, and I've mentioned this to you guys in streams before. I really, about midsummer, got on, actually in April, and then talked about Abraham, and then talked about Glenn, and we sort of pieced it together. But along the way, I talked about the possibility of Glenn dying, and I got a lot of hate. I talked about the possibility of Michonne dying, and at least 50 times I was called a racist, not knowing where I'm from, not knowing who I am, not knowing my ethnicity. I was called racist for suggesting that Michonne may be the person to die. Then we went forward and we talked about, I did theories based on what the viewers wanted, and we talked about all these scenarios. I think this person's going to die. And it wasn't clickbait, it wasn't to get views, they were all alternate scenarios that were sent to me. And the one of Glenn, still to this day, it's a year old. It's probably 13 months old, and people are commenting on it like probably 10 times a day. Hey, idiot, do you feel stupid that you said Glenn? And I'm like, no. But just because you do a video, it's you're stupid, you're a moron, all of these things. Never taking the video down. I just keep letting people comment on a video that's a year old. Just do it. It's the nature of our society. But you got to pick yourself up and you just got to go on to the next thing. So some of you guys have been here for that, and some of you guys probably saw the exchanges, but that's, you can always turn it off. All right. Anyway, we've got into that, and I think people watching the playback they'll probably weigh in and have their own opinion. And that reminds me, when this video goes live, about 15 minutes afterwards, you guys get over, leave some comments on that, because there will probably be there'll probably be some good debate. Alrighty. We are moving on. We are moving on to another topic. Yeah. But Michonne, I agree. That's the point. Josh is out in the public. I mean, they may get close for comfort, but social media is not going to affect that. If somebody really, he's out there, so if they want to find him, they're going to find him. All right, cool. It's like, okay, I didn't want to open up this can of worms and tell you guys all my last year history. But yeah, it happens. All right, we're going to talk about something a little bit more. I feel like this is kind of dragging down a little bit more, and people, it's getting people too emotional. I just want to throw something out there really quickly because I do have a 999 sports channel, and there will be more when time prevails. It's been set up for a while, and we will do some sports chat here or there, but I kind of set it up so it's there whenever we start to utilize it a little bit more. But I did want, I know there's some sports fans. Lindsay Luke was talking about the hockey game tonight, and we'll probably have a spin-off conversation or two. Great sports debate. There's always these conversations of, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and just want to throw it out there to the group, and I don't care what sport it is. You can pick boxing, badminton, women's tennis, volleyball, Yukon Huskies, whatever. I want to know, just in your mind, when you think of great sports teams, what's the first team that comes to mind? And just give me a little bit of validation behind why you think that team is great. Or we can kind of go back to like who your favorite villain was, but what sports team, what sports player really sticks out to you as the greatest of all time? So Angus is just right on, he's right on point, like MJ, just right off the top. Lindsay, oh, I see hockey going already. She's got the Blues. Diane's like, sports? What sports? We're talking about sports? It's going to be it's just kind of testing the water. Car Turtle is like all about the Red Sox. Miami Heat, championship, winning culture, never accept losing. Got Riley over there. Sharon is a Seahawks fan. Luca with the Broncos. Alexandria with the New England Patriots. Green Bay Packers. You see everybody's got. MJ, definitely. But, out of our crowd here, almost everybody has a sports connection, which I think is awesome, because even us geeks, because, we get together and talk about Walking Dead and comics and all of those things, the geeks, we're actually well-rounded geeks. UCLA Bruins, John Wooden, yes, could be the greatest team of all time. Oh, wearing a Cal Ripken shirt. Go Orioles. Manny Machado. Oh, I see some O's fans in the house. Peace Doves with the Steelers. Carter, which Celtics are you talking about? You talking about like the current Celtics, the Paul Pierce Celtics, the Bill Russell Celtics? Just curious. Joe Namath. Laura Brown says Joe Namath. What is it about Broadway Joe that you like, Laura? Oh, we got some Brady fans. Brady's not done. By the time it's all said and done, he's definitely going to have to be considered up there. The Yankees do make you think of that winning culture as well. There you go, Emmy. Emmy Bacon says, nerds rule. The Showtime Lakers. I'm going to agree with that. The Showtime Lakers, Worthy, Magic, Perkins, Michael Cooper, Byron Scott, Kareem, Muhammad Ali. That's a great call-out. Is Muhammad Ali the greatest of all time? For a while, Mike Tyson was considered the greatest of all time. Is there another boxer? Money Mayweather. How come nobody says Money Mayweather? I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan, but Rocky Marciano. But, the boxing fans out there, can you argue with what he's done? I mean, he's completely dominated his class. We may not like him. Oh, Carter. He didn't cleat him. It was a late slide. And dude threw it his head. Sharon Jackson says, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and Troy Aikman. Pretty high up on the list. Steph is like Sox and Pats. Yeah, no doubt. '96 Bulls. Yeah, Edna, it's hard to argue with anything that Michael Jordan did. And, going through the death of his father and going and playing baseball, I mean, if he wouldn't have left and came back, God, I mean, he might have won, 10 titles? I mean, he could just kept the ball rolling all the way through. And still undefeated in NBA Finals. I did, Car Turtle. Pedroia was like, they were over it. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of get that passion in there as we talked about sports a little bit. So moving on, I got a whole bunch of topics we're going to continue next week. So we talked about items that we would take in a zombie apocalypse, and I was I don't want this to be we got to be careful with this topic because I don't want it to be ethnically insensitive because people eat different things. So I've never eaten goat, but I was talking to a friend of mine today, and they were talking about a place to go get fresh goat. And because I don't eat it, it wasn't appetizing to me, but it certainly was to him. And I guess, that kind of is the question. And don't say cats. If you say kittens, I swear I'm going to lose my mind. In a zombie apocalypse, what would you eat if I'm freaked out by spiders? I don't know I could eat a little crunchy spider if I had to. I would eat a lot of grass. So we kind of delved into this at one point, but I think it kind of got off topic. So if you're in the zombie apocalypse, and what are some things that they could be eating that they're not eating or taking advantage of? So we'll just kind of leave it like open, to that type of conversation. Some of the things that you eat that may be a little bit different. Just kind of curious. There you go. Christopher's like, goat's good. No problem. Somebody was talking about oxtail the other day. They went to Jamaica, and they said, oh, man, I got to eat everything in Jamaica, but I didn't get to try the oxtail. Lindsay Lucas like grass. I'm telling you, I'm going to be the biggest grass eater in a zombie apocalypse. I saw, it was one TV show. I don't know, it was one of those, it wasn't like Chip and Joanne Gaines or something. It was somebody, though. They were doing house fixing and house flipping. And there was a cockroach in there, and the guy, the realtor was showing him the place, or the guy on the TV show was showing it, and they're like, I'll eat this cockroach or do something. And he did. I mean, it was not faked. It was not like a crunchy piece of something. Like he ate the cockroach. That creeped me out. Weird Walking Dead theories, like I would eat anything edible. Really? So Emma, you would eat almost any bug or plant. Like a cricket? Emma, you'd grab a cricket and just munch on that thing? Hold on. I'm getting a lot of different comments. So DP Games are like, Kills, don't eat grass. It could cut your throat. Look, I'm going to saute it. I'm going to saute my grass. If my cat can eat grass, I can eat grass. He only eats organic grass, though. Not allowed to have, like, yard-grown grass. I was about to, there was this movie, and it was Eddie Griffin and somebody. I was thinking yard-grown grass, and I was about to say, I'll have the yard bird burnt to a crisp. I'll have a 40 dog. You guys remember that? You ain't got no Schlitz malt liquor? What kind of respectable establishment? I don't remember. Was it trading? Shoot, I can't remember. But every time I hear yard, I think of Yardbird, and Eddie Griffin in that movie is great. If you guys know the name of the movie, type it. Because I always forget the name of it. But yeah. Tyler's like, oh, Kills dude, I have a baby. It's not a cat. That's my little trooper, man. If it came down to the zombie apocalypse and I had to eat, or that little kitten had to eat, that little kitten is eaten. That's my dude, man. You guys know. That's not new news to anybody. Somebody's going to come up with the name of that movie, and all the people that haven't seen it, you guys have to go back and just watch it on YouTube. Diana's going to eat giant cans of pudding. It's, you know, if they're there. You guys are cracking me up. Are you guys typing and actually reading some of the comments here? Because I got to be selective in what I can read. Oh, Teresa's got some 5-minute lag working. She's on Roger Staubach. We yeah, we were there. We were there about 9:45. We're gonna have to get her some. We're gonna have to upgrade her to at least 2G. Great. Okay, look, we got about 4 or 5 more minutes left. I'm going to be reading some of the streams. Just wanted to touch on that. As I said before, I've got a ton of other things that we can talk about. So I'm going to skip the regrets because I think that's going to lead to a whole lot of other things. We'll table that to next week because you know we all have regrets or things that we wished that we would have done a little bit differently. And if you guys have ideas that you want to talk about random things, Wednesday night we're going to talk about Walking Dead. During this week, you will start to see, wow, it's tomorrow night because I postponed this one from last night to tonight. So yes, we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday. By the end of the week, you're going to see a little bit more Walking Dead stuff. I know there's some set photos that are starting to make its circulation around. There's a few rumors trickling here and there. We're going to do one more speculation video tomorrow with no data whatsoever. And then we'll start to get some of the hardcore stuff out to you guys. So I'm going to change, instead of the last topic, the regrets, I'm just going to ask you guys another question we're going to talk about. And because it'll be a little shorter one. So some of you guys, you know, it's your real name. Obviously Jadis is not Jadis. And Tyler Johnson may be Tyler Johnson. Lisa's Lisa. Michelle's Michelle. You know, so on and so forth. But if you could change your name, what would you change it to? I know everybody's thought about that at one point. If you could go in and you say, you know, my name's Bill, and I don't want to be a Bill any longer. I'd like to be a, you just heard another cool name. What would you change your name to? Christopher got a Kills tattoo on my butt with my name on it. That would be awesome. I saw somebody did that for Ryan Reynolds. If you get a KillShot butt tattoo, you'll be my hero for the rest of your life. Just don't get a 999 because I'm telling you, if somebody looks at it upside down, they're going to think you're satanic. I like that. Sebastian would change his name to Max Power. I love that. That is great. Taco Bro would go with John Cena. We got DP Games would go with Negan. Angus would go to Kevin. Alexandria would be an Amelia. Amelia's a pretty name. Sharon Doble would go to Veronica. Tommy's going with Bend Over. You kill me, man. Bend over, sweet ass McCandless. Oh man, this guy. All right, let's see. We got a John. We got several people who would change their name to Negan. Dark Angel would change her name to Lenore. Sophia. Yeah, I like Sophia. Deidre. I don't know. I like the name. I like Gabriella Sophia. Like Gabriella, I think, is just a cool name. Rosie would go with Poison Ivy. I guess we'd just call you Ivy. Sadie, Ava. So Emmy would be an Ava. Emmy, what's you in the 3-letter names? You know, you don't have to stick with 3 letters. You can buy a vowel here or there. We give you 4. She actually used 2 exclamation points to make it 5. Emmy, you're not allowed 3 letters. You got to pick at least a 5-letter name for us, please. Denise would go with Lana. I like Lana. Actually, a lot of these names I like. It's like I don't see a lot of them I don't like. Eric would go Coral. Not one person picked Michonne, and it would actually be spelled Michonne. Isabella, that's a cool name. Chucky. I like that. Jadis would change her name to Winslow. I love it. Very creative. Cassandra. Cassie. Yeah, Cassie's a cool name. I would spell it with a K, though, just to be different. Like Killshot. Cassie. Cool. Jaden's and a few other things. So, yeah, there you go. There's some Michonnes coming out. All right, we have just hit 1 hour. And like I said, time flies. We got on one topic, and it just kind of rolled and rolled and rolled. And then sorry about the Josh McDermott thing, I think, was a little bit of a downer from time to time. But, we all have our opinions and things that we feel strongly about. And hopefully it'll be a short-lived thing. So I do want to say thank you to all of you guys for being here. I know changing it from last night to tonight, I appreciate you guys being flexible and coming over here. I really enjoy doing these, and as the season ramps up, we will be full steam ahead. Check out some of the gaming videos, the comic book reads. My schedule is going to free up a little bit more, and I'll be here for you guys a little bit more often. Still trying to piece together a Walking Dead trivia night. Not there yet, so give me a couple weeks to work out the details. But we will be here loud and clear tomorrow night, which will be Wednesday night, and of course the Sunday streams as well. And there'll be a few videos spread out throughout the week. So thank you so much. Do a few shout outs. So if you guys have not hit the like button, if you guys could slap that like button. If you guys are new, appreciate you being here, being part of the 999 Army. You can always join the Facebook 999 Army page. Check out the 999 Gaming page, all the stuff we do on YouTube. And this is where I give you guys shout outs. It's kind of like the closing credits. So let's get to it. I want to say what's up to Chrissy G, Steph Richardson, Taco Bro, Black Iced, Sharon Doble, Jill McGuire, Sin Miller, Lisa G, Jadis, appreciate you being here, Rosewood Apocalypse, appreciate you being here, Tyler Johnson, and Eric Calburn, what's up? Lindsay Luke, thank you. Lindsay Luke made a sim of me. Oh, yeah, I got to go check it. I've not been there. Moody Girl, of course, thank you for being here. Also, Dark Angel, Tobin McLeod, Tommy Sweetass McCandless, Emmy Bacon, who we're going to change her name to at least a 5-letter name. Alexandria Bates, thank you for being here. Aiden Sunquist, appreciate it. Rial. Tyler Johnson is like a popsicle on a freaking hot melon farming day. Thank you for being here, Tyler. Who else we got here? Raging Red Fox, Weird Walking Dead Theories. Thank you for the entertainment. Great comments, Weird Walking Dead Theories. Also, Northside Queen, Great Dane is looking in my window again. That dude just spies on me all the time. Dude, don't spy on me. I'm going to have to shut down my social media's account. No, I won't do that for you guys. Who else we got? Phoenix Rider, thank you for being here. And happy birthday to Teresa Brown. Carmen Trance, thank you for being here. Who else we got? Street Boy J, what's up, Street Boy? Master Indra, thank you for being here. Sharon Jackson, sorry, Miss Jackson, I am for real. Appreciate you being here as well. Who else? I'm missing somebody. I know I'm missing people. You know what? I did, probably. Sometimes I do double shout-outs. It's just you're reading this stuff. I know I forgot Israel Marian. So what's up, Israel? Edna Tellis, thank you for being here. And go 96 Bulls. See, when you guys, sometimes you tell me something, I might remember that. I'm going to remember you by that. So 1 or 2 details. That's why it's awesome. Diane Estes, thank you. No, it's not creepy. I'm not stalking you. Just don't tell me everything. Just tell me one thing and I'll remember it. Like Eric Frederick, what's up? E. Fred. Sebastian Carpio. Who else we got in the house? Trevor Grimm, I missed you earlier. Thanks for being here. Deidre Perkins, always a pleasure. Thank you, ma'am. Wilson. Shout out to Wilson. Who else we got? Diane Estes is here, no doubt about it. Emma Michalik. I forgot you too, didn't I? Rosie Duarte. Rosie, I forgot you. Sorry. Man, AJ Jepson, I forgot you. Singalina, 23. I don't think I've seen you in chat before, so you might be new. So if you're new, and if I said it right, Singalina, welcome. Lily Okimura, thank you for being here. If you just got in, Lily, hi, and watch the playback. This is the Random Things version, but we do live streams and talk about Walking Dead, and there is some Walking Dead content in here as well too. So if you're new, just sub and join the 999 Army. We have a lot of fun and just a great group of people. So I think I hit almost everybody. If I didn't, I sincerely apologize, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound. So yeah, I knew a couple people were new. No, Moody, you never. Everything you say to me is into. Oh, Peace Dove. I missed Peace Dove. Hey there, Peace Dove. Alina. Okay. Oh, I thought it was like so. Alina and you sing. I sing too, Alina. So I'll do a. Oh, who we got? We got Christoph Olsen. What's going on, man? So we need to sing a song for Alina. What's something we can sing? Well, we're on Easy Street, and it feels so sweet, and the world is so complete when you're on Easy Street. I don't know. I haven't heard it in so long. I'm just making up lyrics now. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I think I just messed up the lyrics to Easy Street. See, the song, I tried to block it out of my mind. But I think I was in rhythm. All right, this is like a long reading the credits. I am definitely winding down. All right, appreciate it, everybody. We're going to end it on that note. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate everything that you guys do, and I will talk to you all tomorrow night. Be here at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. See ya. Peace.